Alongside our Canadiens insider for Sportsnet.ca, Eric Engels, Eric, Jeff Molson, Michel Therrien, and Marc Bergevin met with the media for more than an hour today. What was the biggest takeaway for you?
Well, the biggest takeaway for me, Chantal, was that the owner was actually there to put up a united front between these three men and push a message of stability for the Montreal Canadiens moving forward, that he had hired Marc Bergevin with the intention of long-term stability, that he's sticking with Marc Bergevin for that stability. And it's a strange word to be using on a day in which they're reviewing a season that saw them achieve a .350 winning percentage from December through the end of the season. So you'd think that would necessitate some sort of drastic change, but it seems as though they're focused on keeping things together here.
Now, Bergevin, one of his moves today was to commit that Michel Therrien will be behind the bench on opening night next season. Do you think that was an important move for him to make today?
I think it was important to Marc Bergevin. I'm not so sure it was important to the fans or important to anybody else who believes that as the general manager, he owes it to himself to explore all the possibilities that are in the marketplace, be it regarding his players or regarding his coaching staff. And with the prerequisite the Canadiens have, that their coach be able to communicate with the people in Quebec in the language of French and the language that Michel Therrien speaks, I think he owes it to himself to explore what the other possibilities are that are out there, especially if somebody like Claude Julien, who has a tremendous track record with the Boston Bruins over the last few years, is to find himself without a job over the next few days. That's an opportunity missed now that Therrien has been secured. And, you know, like I said, it was important for him, and he seems comfortable with that possibility. So that's how it ended.
Looks like Bergevin is sticking in the foxhole with Michel Therrien. And PK Subban, a lot of speculation lately regarding his future, the possibility of him being traded. After the press conference today, what do you think the chances are of him being in the lineup on opening night?
Well, though Marc Bergevin was willing to say that he had no intention of trading PK Subban and other core members of the Montreal Canadiens, the language was a little bit soft and far less convincing than the words he spoke regarding his head coach. And for that reason, over the next couple months, as we wait for PK Subban's no trade clause to kick in July 1st, speculation will be unstoppable in this city. And I'm not sure that's the best thing for the Montreal Canadiens. It's certainly not the best thing for their fans who adore PK Subban. And if I had to put any kind of percentage on it that he wouldn't be back, I think it would be a very low one, but it's still a possibility. And I would have never said that a few months ago.
He certainly didn't close the door today. Now, where do the Canadiens go from here?
Well, if they're going to keep this whole thing together and they want that stability and they want a chance of redemption, all of them in one room, get it all together and make sure that that stability is strong. Bring these players together, be it Max Pacioretty and PK Subban, who, you know, we had thought...
They hugged it out today.
Yeah, who we had thought maybe had some issues throughout the season, or that his other teammates may have had issues with him, or that the organization maybe had issues with them, or other players in the room. It's time for everybody to be adults, get in the room, solve the issues that are there, because if they're going to move forward on their best foot, they're going to need everybody on the same page here, and it wasn't apparent that everybody was down the stretch of this tumultuous season.
For a team that's boasted the worst record in the NHL since December 1st, it's going to take a little more than a few dressing room hugs to sort out their issues. Thanks, Eric.
My pleasure.